Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I didn't know, Vulcan. I couldn't tell if you were trying to do an impression of me, so I thought, crap, I can't say hello, otherwise we're going to be falling into that trap there. But hello there, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, I'd imagine, to many of you. Potentially good evening to others, and good afternoon to those of us who live in the civilized world. So we have here Mr. Zareth, my good friend SunYan. Thank you so much there for the gift, man. That was absolutely amazing. SunYan, being the top bloke that he is, actually sent me a gift of a Mitsubishi A6M50 and a Ki-49 Helen, which my little brother is currently building. He's built the Zero, and I finished the base, so I did the biggest part. But it looks fantastic. I'll put some pictures up later. Really awesome. Who else we got here? We have, of course, a Vulcan. Necronian, good to have you, my friend, or Necronian. I'm going to call you Necronian. How you doing there, AT? Keith, Sturmgacken, Joshua, good morning to you as well. Right, we'll get into this then, shall we? So I'll go ahead and bring... I'm hoping that the chat box will be working. I don't know why it doesn't. Whoops, wrong image. Yeah, I don't know why sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. It's kind of does its own thing sometimes. Hey, Dinesh Shalom, good to have you, my friend. So we're looking for 4 today. I like the fact that it doesn't actually rename it. Is it working? No, I might be looking at the wrong screen here, actually. So I've got OBS open. Yep, this is the Dadman game, indeed. Now, is it not working at the moment? I don't know what's up with that, and we're going to have to figure that one out. So yeah, this is going to be rather intriguing. We do have... Oh, it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. It should be working. I don't know. I'll figure it out afterwards. Hey, doing that, Fiona? Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, at least when people do watch in the future, they can see the comments to the side. Ah, there we go. We take that base over there in... Yeah, so I think the brigade should arrive today, actually. Yeah. Right, okay, so we see the destroyer group there in this little bit sea. Yeah. Okay, we are reacting over here then. So it looks like these are the MTBs. Something just hit a mine. That sounds really good news. It's not any of our forces. So that's excellent then. I'm assuming it's not any of our forces. But I don't know if you guys just heard it, but I definitely heard something like a mine. Okay, so we do have Kuma and her escort and destroyer against all these motor torpedo boats. Well, where? Okay. Now we do have to chase them down. Right, reduce visibility due to thunderstorm with 10% moonlight. Makes sense there. Yes, that's good. So we have mines by Soribaya. We have mines by, well, Oosthaven. So that's good news then. So that means that our mines have hit something. Oh, press C. Ah, okay. That's cool. We'll have to take a look at that. So once again engaging. Is this Kuma? But no, that's good. That's encouraging to see. This is the first time that we've had mines. So clearly something's working somewhere. Engaging once again. Oh, there we go. Yeah, even the AA guns are just absolutely sufficient here. I mean, a 14cm shell is pretty much overkill there. But I'm glad that we're hitting these guys. Now, the thing with these MTBs is they don't have a lot of endurance anyhow. Okay, you launch your torpedoes against a torpedo boat. Well, there we go, it's obliterated. How you doing there, Spirit? It's good to have you, my friend. MTB 27 goes down. Now, I'm glad that the range is increasing here. That is good to see. We want to have the actual range on these things. I don't like being near them. There we go, hit another one, and obliterated. That's nice. So we do take 2 of them out. Do damage another one, I think. Yeah, we do hit another one over there. I think there was only 25. But that's 2 of them down there. Kuma doing a good job there. Yeah, no, this is it. I don't want to get near it. Nothing is overkill if you kill it. Well, that is exactly right. I agree with that. Okay, we are moving MKB north. Okay, we do see more things in the Celebus Straits. Right, encountering once again. Looks like the other task force is closing in as well. Hey, doing there, man? Good to have good to have you. Good to have you. I can't speak sometimes. Okay, Kuma once again. Yeah, how many 8-year-olds can... Oh, Christ. Oh. Okay, we've got fires on the deck there, but I might have missed the actual message there. Well, that 8-year-old has a good punch. Yeah, I don't want to be this close. I don't like being this close. Right, there we go. That's another good hit. Shame it's in the upper works, but how much upper works does a torpedo boat have? Oh, they're launching torpedoes. Yep, keep getting to that range. Oh, is that what it was, machine gun? Oh, thank you very much for ERKK. Thank you very much. ERKK is my latest patron. Much appreciated, my man. Machine gun, wow. It was a hit from a 7.7? Was that it? I was like, I turned away for a second, I'm like, looking back, and then it's like, there's a fire. I'm like, what the hell? Apparently we got hit by a mighty 7.7 machine gun. We essentially got hit by a rifle caliber. That is impressive. That's much appreciated. Yeah, okay, so it looks like we're good. It looks like he sent the destroyer south, which is, I'm quite happy about that. We may even have MKB potentially able to launch a strike against them. That would be ideal. Yeah, that must have been a really, I tell you what, I bet that MG round must have hit a lamp or something. I'm surprised we still have fires here. Okay. So we're at 2,000 yards. I really do not like being this close. Oh, WITP decides to actually open up today. Okay, good. Increase that range. Oh, never mind. It looks like we'll keep engaging them till we get them. It looks like they're going towards Luzon, of course. Though I can't imagine they're going to have much fuel after this. We are consistently chasing them. Obviously, during encounters, you are moving at full speed as well. So that should ideally drain their engines pretty damn quick. Okay, moving through the night so far. Yeah, well, that's it, yeah. So here we are, bombarding Ambon. Now we have a big bombardment today. We have Hyuga, and we have 3 other battleships. So I'm going to speed this one up, actually. Now I'm going to be intrigued to see what the results are like. There's not a lot of moonlight, but at least when we actually bombard the airfield, we can pull back. So we do see Issei, Mutsu, and Nagato. There we go. Okay, not huge amounts of aircraft, but we do damage one. We do damage another 139 WH3s. We destroy another one on the ground there. We do actually cause 125 casualties. Yeah, okay, that's much better. That's much better. How you doing there, Stefan? Good to have you, my friend. Oh, Kazakhstan, wow. Are you there for business pleasure, or is that where you actually have yourself located? Okay, so we do have the F1 M2P acting as a spotter there. But yeah, that's much better. Yeah, well, the reason why I'm doing this at night is so I can actually have it head back to Kendari. I wanted to do the bombardment and then link up, but we will be doing them in the daytime as well. This was really just as an opportunity. But it keeps the pressure up, and that's what we want there. Well, yes, the future ones will be in the daytime to be more effective. Okay, we're moving into the daytime. So we came out of that well. We didn't see any destroyers attacking us, which is good. So, yep, continue to encounter them over here. We'll speed this one up. Yeah, we're at 21,000 yards. So, I think we're okay. Oh, no, 15,000 yards, 8,000 yards, 13, 17. Speed is all over, yards all over. I think we hit. Have we hit anything? Okay, well, we'll take down one. Not great. Not great accuracy, though. Yeah, no, it's a different cruiser this time, man. Okay, speed this up. It is taking more than I would imagine, and yeah, pretty terrible there. It's taking more than I would have imagined, but we do need to take these guys out. I'm glad that we're doing it in the daytime now. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's it. Kuma just comes in there like, yeah, this is mine. I'm going to finish this. But there we go. If we could have had that in the first round, that would have been brilliant. But that does put an end to the MTB threat, which is good news. Quite happy about that. Okay, moving through the turn. Yep, and 2 light cruisers in the Celibate Sea. Hello, California Standard! Oh, fuck my life. Well, fuck. Ah, that's a shame. Yeah, hit but no explosion. God, fuck it. At least we know where it is. Oh! Oh! Stop doing this to me! God damn it, we spot a tanker and we spot an oiler and we... Oh, god damn it. Oh, hello. Oh. That's a, AM, I think? Yeah, okay, well that's intriguing to find it out here anyway. Penguin. Oh yeah, that's an infamous one there. Intriguing position there. Right, we find Black Hawk. So Black Hawk must have actually hit the mines over here. There we go. So we will take out the Black Hawk. So this is where the mines have been activated then. So that's good news. Now, excellent, excellent. She goes down there. We do have more subs in the actual area, so we'll try and coordinate an effort. We do see aircraft over here as well. Sorry, ships over here. Yeah, this is it. You can see the fact that we have significantly more information around this time now. Right, seeing a lot of actual assets over here. Ships over there. Ah, that would have been nice. How you doing there, Harkon? Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, that was a destroy tender. Okay, I do have a submarine set to head into this area over here. Hopefully we'll get a hit. That would be ideal. Okay. Yeah, that AM's an intriguing one. An AD is a destroy tender. It looks like it sent some allied ships into the area there. No, no, we're still continuing. We're still continuing. This is a game I'm doing with Admiral Danman as well. The last THG turn was about, what, a day ago, I think, at this point now? What day are we on? So, it was Monday. Okay. It's looking good so far. Looks like it's definitely trying to evacuate the Dutch East Indies. Yeah, we do see something in the centre of the Ambon Sea there. Yeah, I can't believe we missed that bloody... It would have been nice to have had a tanker there, but at least we know where they are. There we go, shooting down that by a cap. Sighted. Yeah, mines would be nice. Extra mines. Right, so I'm hoping that we have a successful attack at Georgetown today. Okay, Mersing cancelled. Okay, due to weather. Right, okay, so they're turning back. Oh, come on, get something going. Well, we still have the PM, so the weather may change. But yeah, this is brilliant. So we are able to see vastly more than we did last turn. Well, we've had a lot of highlights, to be honest. We've had some really interesting stuff. Okay, so that's 3 zeros going in. Okay. Yeah, not great. Not great, frankly. Oh, okay. I need to get either a less aggressive commander or what, because... Yeah. I just have terrible, terrible coordination over in Luzon. Yeah, we have so far sunk the Repulse in pitched battle off the coast of Sinkawang. We torpedoed the Prince of Wales twice. We had Pearl Harbor cancelled. We almost had a carrier engagement within the first 5 days. Yeah, I know, right. It's not bad, is it? But it's... We'd rather them go in as a group. No, I don't think that overstacked. I mean, we can double check, but they haven't got that much. We've only got... oh, here we go. Yep. So we have one B339 defending. So I think this might be the destroyers, perhaps. Yep, indeed. It was cancelled. Right, what do we have here? AM, okay. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. So by moving to this position here, we covered this area. But we also do get to take additional targets. So Bittern takes... That goes down. Okay, so there was Bittern and Quail. Okay, 9 going in. It's not ideal. But at least it is a little bit better this time round. Yeah, that's much better results there. That's what we want to see. Well, it's complicated to talk about, but it's what essentially happened is I had the KB to do the actual normal Pearl Harbor strike, but Dadman actually showed us if you actually place American carriers in a certain position on remain on station, it actually intercepts the Kitabatai and forces them to return home. Well, we are attacking the American Philippines, aren't we? So they've got a reason. Okay, so we did see a tanker off that area there. I mean, this is it. We should be able to close the door entirely in about a turn or so. We need more supply in Sinkawang. We will have the actual air flotilla at Sinkwang today. You can see our invasion force closing in here. We'll be landing at Mersing next turn. Okay, moving into airstrikes. Bad weather is always a tough one to deal with, really. Okay, there we go. We do have 4 Oscars defending. That's good news. That's what we want to see there. Well, I suppose you could call it an exploit. It's one of those things of obviously like game knowledge. I mean, this is a game with very few rules. And no, essentially this is it. It's like this is a game with very few rules. There are very, very few. So it's one of those things of where we all learn something, and at the end of the day, it's making for a very interesting game. I mean, Pearl Harbor, it's not essential. It does help, but it's not like the end of the world, really. Okay. I was hoping that we might have been able to shoot a few more of them down there. Yeah, so they do make it through, which is not good. She's going for Mogami, so that's not a good target for her. Okay, well at least that's a little bit of response there. Well, this is it. I did launch a attack against the airfields on Luzon. I'm not a big fan of hitting like Manila itself with the submarines. Okay. Expected a little bit more action in the air there, actually. Looks like the weather's been bad all around. So we do have our deliberate attack at Kwantung once again. Hopefully we are successful. I'm not expecting it. I am hoping for it, but we'll see. It is a tough nut to crack. 147, 31, yes! Banzai! That's a nice, important target to take there. So we can begin marching inland, actually. There we go. So we sustain only 276 casualties, 1 destroyed, 32 disabled. We inflict pretty heavy casualties there. 1,254, 33, 19, 74, 26, 30. So he loses his guns here, loses the vehicles as well, so they all retreat. That's fantastic. But that's really good news. We will see the shock attack over here at Georgetown. That one's a little bit more dicey, but ideally we'll win. Now, what I'll probably do is give these regiments a little bit of time, potentially to recover, or we may begin marching them immediately inland towards Timor. But we'll have to see there. We will be landing at Mersing next turn as well, but this is good news. This is good to actually have a base secured here. So moving on. Right, shock attack. Okay, 43. This is clear terrain as well. I'm hoping that we'll manage it. No, we don't. Oh, that's a shame. 285 casualties. Yeah, so that came out worse for us, really. So it looks like we had low supply there. God damn. Yeah, I suppose they oh, well, it happens. It happens. We'll have to see what happens during the daytime. He may have... Well, during the actual turn. He may have actually moved his aircraft out of there. Yeah, that's it. San Fernando expands fortifications to size 1, so we are fortifying San Fernando. Not terribly heavily, but the reason is just to make sure that we have a position to hold in the northern Philippines in case he actually goes for a counterattack. Well, that was clear terrain. I wouldn't agree that isn't a place to shock attack. I mean, that was an unfortunate result there. I mean, that one was probably due to low supply. Right, 59 Sentai arrived. 98th. Breathe away, let's see if it had the desired impact. So he still has his aircraft over here. Looks like he moved some of them out. Okay, so what do we have remaining then? So 21 remaining then, so it has hurt them quite severely. The issue is it doesn't seem like they're unloading the 42nd over here anymore. I don't know why. But I think I'm going to have them move elsewhere, so they do not seem to want to unload there. They should have been continuing to unload, but they haven't. Which is weird. So we're going to move them to Kotabaru. Have them continue to unload there. Right, let's see. They're moving. Let's see. Right, we're not too distant now. Then they'll be there tomorrow, or about 2 days. They'll probably probably about 2 days they'll be there. But yeah, that's good at Kwantung. Yep, the force is looking pretty solid as well. What do we have here? Fatigue and disruption's not too bad. Now, let's get them moving inland then. Now, these are secondary roads, so probably it's best to just march now immediately. Now, can I actually set them to march directly to Tamala? I can. Brilliant. That's good news. Right, okay. So follow them and march. Same operations mode. Okay, so not quite as good as I was hoping for, but nowhere near as bad as it could have been. Let's see. PG there. DDs. Right, there we go. CL, 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 BB, BB. We are seeing lots of ships over here in Port of Batavia. The only issues we are lacking... Well, we're lacking supply over here at Singkawang. Now, we do have additional aviation support. We just need the supply. We will have the supply land tomorrow. Let's see, yep. We have 17,000 tons of supply there. So that will land tomorrow then. We need that. That's good. Interestingly enough, we didn't see any naval attacks around this area. So we're looking at patrol boats over there. Oh, wow. Okay, wow. So he doesn't actually have intelligence over the main landed force. That's really good news. That's excellent. Okay, we can work with that. We do have our oilers out here. How you doing there, Elliowood? Not terrible amounts, really. It was a little quieter than I imagined. So what was it? Check C. Oh yeah, there we go. Excellent news. I mean, that's the Black Hawk out. Now, so it was a submarine he moved into this area, so 2 submarines moving east. He's aware of the MKB over here. Okay. Right, there we go. I'm not seeing the aircraft over here. He could have since moved them, or we might not just have any detection over here to actually say whether or not. Okay. So you've been unloading there. Not bad, because we do need to have some supply there. You've continued to unload here, okay. I could have you both move up. I would slow them down. That doesn't make a huge difference. It might be worthwhile getting a little bit of fuel over here. We do have another oiler moving in there. We do have the 23rd moving in. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad that these guys made it out. They did use a fair bit of their endurance there, but it was worthwhile, really. Let's see, so PC. So I imagine, yeah, those would be the destroyers there. AVP there. Okay. Now, we are aware of targets over here. I was hoping that we would have more awareness. See more assets down there. Now let's see, at Batavia we do see 12 fighters, 35 bombers. Okay. Palembang, what do we see? 2 units there. He has 2 auxiliaries over here. Okay, so 1535. It looks like his blood force is back. He only has 4,220 troops over here, roughly. Okay, so not as great as we would have hoped for. I was hoping that we would have been able to take this, but it's not the end of the world. It is a smaller of a unit than really was hoping it would be. Okay. So the good news is now I can move assets into Kwantung. We'll get the airfield repaired quickly. Make use of that. Make solid use of it, really. So let's see. Right, you're loaded already, so we have aviation ready to go. Okay. I'm going to put you into port just so I can make use of you later. Same with these fellows. Put them into port. Right, okay. I think they've just loaded. So they're carrying 21st Infantry there, and they're carrying aviation there. Do they have anything else? Is that, looks like, yeah. Oh, so they've been unloaded, it seems. It may have been a regiment that I sent from Indochina. Kerbrewed 3rd Wave. It might very well be. How many men do they have aboard still? 2293. Okay. Let's see. What task force is there west of Sumatra? As in, our task forces, or... Okay, so load the 21st. I'll just double check it was the 21st. So we have 21st Infantry. Yeah, 21st Infantry Regiment, and we have the 21st Aviation there, so the engineer group. Oh, we'll take a look shortly. Oh, you mean near the Marianas? Oh, the west of Sumatra. Okay, sorry. 21st. Okay. Submarine type. There we go. Well, you already have it aboard. You're just being awkward, aren't you? Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. I can have them load that unit. No, they can't do it right now, can they? God damn. It may be just worthwhile to move that down there anyway. It was on a few random transports. Didn't mean to move all the way down here. Right, put you into port then for the time being. Okay, you with the escort force. Okay, that's fine. Right, okay. Allied Task Force west of Sumatra. Oh, that one there. I think we detected a tanker, actually. We did have something come up as a tanker there. Now, the moonlight has been very low, so I'm not all that surprised we didn't get too much during the night. Well, we know he's moving assets out here. We know he's moving fuel and etc. out. The good news is, ideally, he's moving it out sooner than he would rather. Right, so we did have a submarine contact over here. We need to figure out which submarine it was, but we can take a look at that shortly. But it's good to see this is actually working. We do have a good number of submarines over here actually doing patrols, which is excellent. A couple down here as well. I can't remember where we were last turn. Well, either way, they are not detected, which is absolutely fine. We might have been a little bit further north. I think we were about there, weren't we? Yeah, we were. I think we were about there. Or kind of around about that area. Yeah, I think we're further north than that. So we could have landed at Luganville at the end of our movement. Okay, so we have a little bit of supply here now. It's good. Gives us enough to work with. So what I can do is actually cancel that unloading. I can put you into the port. There we go. Okie dokie. You're detected. Right, we do have Tone A, Shikuma, all the way down here. They're kind of engineers as well, which is excellent. So what I'll do then is have you link up with the task force heading south. Now the question is it worthwhile to try and establish an AV at Bellep Island? I don't think so yet, because we can't really do anything to support it. Maybe in the coming days we can actually get some troops moving down here and actually build up our presence. Okay. So we do have this force over here. It's going to take them a little while to catch up. Okay. We may have enough to actually land against Rabaul. We don't have to actually launch an attack against Rabaul, as it's not an atoll. So it might be worthwhile to actually land the 2 naval guardians down there, bring in a 3rd one to probably finish it off there. Right, we do have the destroyer tender ACM moving in there, another patrol boat. Right, tanker moving back. Okay, we do have another aviation unit there, and a solid amount of supply there. Very solid amount of supply. See, what we might want to do as well is actually catch a Buen. That's not a bad one to do. Right, okay. Yeah, we'll have to decide, actually. So we do have aviation support moving down here. The question is, do we take the Tone and Chikuma? So we can build up an airfield over here at Tulagi. There's no prior established airfields. Having a port would be ideal. We do have a port over here at Luganville. Port there. Port over here. It might be worthwhile to actually have the Tone, Chikuma, land their aviation support over here at Luganville. It's still manageable. Even potentially here at E8. Air capacity 5. Capacity 5 here as well. Okay. Continue to get an idea what's going on. Right, okay. So Kashina will arrive tomorrow. Well, she will arrive during the next turn. There we go. So she's going to move at full speed and then automatically disband into Kendari, which will give us the ability to rearm there. Now, what we may do is bring the MKB potentially here to Kendari to rearm then, or we could bring her further down here. I think probably further down here. The reason being he has a lot of assets. Let's see. We're not far out either from having... you're going to move in there. You can automatically disband then. Yeah, we're not too far away from having a air HQ here as well. So let's see. Right, you're going to move in. These guys are carrying mines as well, which is very nice. We'll make use of those. I'd rather not dump so many mines there. Okay, that's a bit ambitious. Yeah, you were due to link up there, but you headed south, didn't you? Okay. Right, there we go. Yeah, these guys... Let's see. So they would move free? So they would arrive. Either way, really. It might be worthwhile to run them full just to get them there. Ideally during the night, if we could manage that. I think we might be able to manage that during the night. Though saying that, I think I will run them full. If we could try and get there during the night, or at least get there a little bit earlier, that would be ideal. Ideally get a little bit more of the actual force unloaded. And then as soon as we actually had torpedoes here, that'd be brilliant. And now the question is actually in regards to this. Let's see, what range are we looking at? So that's range 20, okay. So we'd be looking at range 17 with torpedo capability. So what we could do then is actually bring the MKB back down here. Have the torpedo capability from Kendari act as really our sword. Have MKB act as something as a additional sword, almost like a dagger with the bombs there, but still sufficient in this area. But have the torpedo coverage over here. Have the fighter escort capability from the MKB. Push out our range there to one more. We are still seeing a large amount of targets over here. AVPs there. Okay. It was interesting to see him have a AM out here. Yeah, 2 ships moving north, which is interesting. Yeah, they did run into these guys. I'm quite glad they didn't do any damage there. Right. I mean, Okay, good, we have our element of base force over here at Marcus Island. That gives us 2 aviation support, which is more or less sufficient, to be honest. A little bit of AV on the island as well. But that's pretty much sufficient for all we need, really. We could put a little bit more there if we so wish to do so. Okay. Taiwan invasion forces actually arrived over here. So this is the actual AV I gave to Gary to help with the air reorganization, the actual training. So I just named it Gary's Plaything. Alright, there we go. So we have 2,400 men there. Question is, do we see anything out this way? These are the usual suspects that are being detected via the air. No detection there. No Harvey. Darwin, Singapore. Okay, so it's up to something at Darwin then. Yeah, there's ships and there's aircraft there, which is not surprising. Rightio. Right, okay. So that's a jungle rough there, which is not ideal. It looks like those Dutch troops are in clear. I'd rather actually land at this base via naval means than at least we actually do take it out quickly. Yeah, now this is great. So we have these Dinas established out here. A couple over there still in Camaran Bay. And Kilgore actually. But that gives us a good amount of intelligence in the area. Okay, seeing subs out here. You can see how heavily... Actually, no, 4th Division hasn't been detected either. Extreme overcast there. And that's brilliant news. So he actually doesn't see the main landing forces at the moment. He'll know they're there. But he doesn't exactly see them right now. Okay, you're heading to Kota. Okay. Yeah, we need to start bombing here pretty soon. Question is it worthwhile building up the airbase here? I don't think we'd remain long enough really to make a huge deal of use of it. The good news is actually, let's take a look. Is the 22nd here in full capacity? Right, there we go. It looks like it's here. Yep, it's here in full capacity now, which is excellent. Well, that's exactly what we need. So that gives us torpedo capability out here. The only issues we lack are supply. We will shortly have it. But that means that essentially we can run this now. And yeah, this is it. We had... it looks like the weather's been poor over Malaya, so we had all the air activity for the most part cancelled. But that includes his air activity as well. Which is not ideal, because obviously I was hoping to actually hit Singapore airfield and actually hit his aircraft out here. But the good news is now I can move out the transports. Okay, you're here now. Load up the rest. Okay, it looks like it's just cargo now, actually. Are there any ships in port? No. I can carry some cargo. Not a huge deal. I do wonder if I change that to transport. I don't think they'll load up much more. Well, they're not really good. Well, they might load up a little bit more efficiently, actually. Right, troop load only. Just move them. Okay. So what I can do is I can actually move the transports out to Cotobrue, which actually frees up a little bit of room there. Which is ideal. Now, let's take a look. Yep, still good there. So what I need to do then is obviously stop them moving out. Oh, they haven't actually left yet. Oh, that's good news. I thought they would leave today. But that's fine, that's fine. It looks like they must be waiting on one that wasn't ready to move anyway. So what we'll need to do then is obviously maintain enough AV there. I didn't need terribly much, but obviously we'll work that out. Well, that's good. At least we don't have any woody there. Okay, let's see, has anything arrived at Kotobaru? It is getting a little bit confusing, obviously, with all the forces that are here. Engineer regiments. Okay. So I'm going to put them in combat mode. I'm going to have them shifted down the peninsula as well, via ship. The reason is it's just significantly quicker. Just gives a decent amount of engineers over here, actually. Yep, so there would be a delay to actually move them. Once you capture Singapore, do you allow storage of supply and fuel there for logistics reasons? That's a good question, actually, there. Well, to be honest, you may note that, let's see. And let's take Shanghai, for example. I don't really touch these settings anymore. Things will more or less flow to where it needs to. So you're more or less okay. You can obviously touch it, but I've found that it works well enough already. But in Singapore, I'd say pretty much not. You could have obviously all that and etc. flow up through into Indochina. It's up to you, man. It's up to you. And obviously you can try and keep a certain amount there, but fuel... Yeah, I mean, it's one of these things. If there's units there that need it, it won't really move around. Well, there is a magic road. I'm not too familiar with that method, but essentially where supply and, well, etc. will move overland. I'm not terribly familiar with it, so I can't really say as much to its details. But I just recommend using the ships, really. You are moving it to where you need it, man. You know what's going on, essentially. Okay. It's a good question, though. Now, the good news, speaking of good news, is we've Hong Kong cleared entirely there, which is excellent now. Okay, you're part of China Army. Move you back. How you doing there, Sal? Good to have you, my man. Right, there we go. So these assets are moving back to Canton. I will want a unit in there to hold that, well, to hold Hong Kong. You could be divided there. We don't really need much, to be honest. What I can do is actually just send a detachment to that unit, and that would be sufficient, to be honest. I don't think there's actually a garrison requirement. So we'll have them march to Hong Kong. Now, we do have a rail line there, but it's just quicker to march them, really. Yeah, there's no garrison requirement, which is good news. So we'll get that then in there. That'd be sufficient to hold the base, really. Don't really ever want to leave something empty. Okay, so we do have our forces over here. Okay. It would be ideal if we had something over here to prevent it from retreating, to be honest. Okay, that brigade is here. Okay. Well, in fairness, I don't really need that there. Or do I? I've got a Koi there, but I'd like to move a larger unit. Right, you're in movement mode. So I'd need to maintain 100 here. How you doing there, Cal? What's the plan for our bombers at Sinkwang? Are we going to attack as we don't? Well, we don't have the range at the moment. That's the issue. We don't have that range. Okay, what I'm going to do is have them march to the north. Though I do... I'm sort of dabbling with the idea of having the China army potentially push into this area. Try and concentrate those actual divisions down this way. Then have the Kwantung army actually move along this rail line here. I do want to try and remove it from this area as ideally as soon as possible. Something to bear in mind, really. Right, okay, so I can't move you right now because obviously they're there. So I'll keep them resting. I'm going to have them made ready to move into strategic. That'll allow me to move them quite nicely. So what we can do here then. What do I have garrison-wise? So 70 out of 60 there. 55 out of 40, which is what we want. There we go. Right. Looks like you've just arrived in Nanking. So, yeah, you're moving south now. You're ready to move. Well, I think Prince of Wales is at, I think she's at Batavia. See, we will have a supply arrive in Singkawang tomorrow to actually allow us to extend our range out to 14 with the zero coverage. It's not that the actual aircraft, well, it's not that the actual bombers can't do it, it's just that they can't do it without cover. Right, let's see. I'll just go like that. Yeah, China Expeditionary Army would be good to move though. Okay. 9 command range as well. So that is within range of Wenkao. Let's take a look though. I should have another high level command in the Kwantung army. Yeah, there you go, Kwantung army. It's 9. Located at Changchong. Need to get you marching out here anyway. So, question is, we can have it planned for Chengchao. 8. 8. Well, it's always worthwhile. It's not like it really matters how much preparation they have. So I can have it planned for Chengchao. I'll take China area, well, China army, have it planned for Wenkao. I don't know, I do toy with the idea of taking Wenkao. I think it is worthwhile doing. I would like to have naval bombardment, so I'm not going to march on until we're actually able to do so. Right, what I can do here then. These units are fine for me right now, so what I'll do is have it move down here, down the line. Okay. How you doing there, Sol? Oh, we're doing alright. We're winning so far. We could have had a better turn, really, but it's not bad at all, really. Yeah, okay. So he's aware of what we have here at Singkawang, so he will know there's a major build-up. Yep, you can see, obviously, we do have a construction units over here as well, which is real. So, can begin to expand that airfield. Question is, though, is it worthwhile doing so? I think it is worth it. Though it might impact on our ability. I'm hoping we'll have enough supply. I can even fly supply in this turn to try and help us build it up. But I think it's worthwhile building it up. We do only have 52 engineers at the moment here. We will have plenty next turn. I think it's worthwhile turning Singkawang into level 4. How much do we have aviation-wise? Yeah, so we're actually pretty good here. Okay. But that's revealed a lot of important information. Alright, where's the Palembang force? Right, so that's 33rd there. And that's Palembang force. Okay, well, Mutsukaze can stay in there for the time being. I do worry that she might actually trip us up there. I can take her out, there's not an issue with that. Sweet, we actually did score some fuel out here at Kwantung. Also, I've heard it pronounced differently as Kwantung. So I think I'm going to start going with Kwantung. I also heard BLeAcHACiD? BLeAcHACiD? Or BLeAcHACiD. Heard that pronounced as Kandarai. Okay, yep, things are looking good though. So we do have a majority of our forces moving here. It's not a bad idea actually to keep these light cruisers potentially available in this area to actually give us escort capabilities. And it's like things like this where it's not ideal. Alright, they're loaded supplies currently. Don't need to do that, so cancel load and load supplies. Just get your asses in gear there. Yeah, those two ships there can be a potential problem. I was hoping that we'd have an old type cruiser mine layer. Unfortunately, sorry, I do not. I do have a couple of PBs out here. We could potentially send the patrol boats to engage, but the patrol boats are not exactly ideal for that. It may be that we have to. Surprised that we didn't pick up on him sooner, but then again, we had just since moved these guys out, hadn't we? I could even potentially move the B5M1Ks over here to Pagan. They could potentially then act as, just dive bombers, really. Or just bombers in general. How are we doing over here to Guam, then? Right, begin to build up the airfield. Yeah, so expanding over here at Saipan, Guam, Pagan, which is good. We have Tinian over here as well, actually. So Tinian's expanding too. Maybe, no, then again, these aren't really worthwhile. Yeah, sure, we'll take a look at ship losses right now. So last turn reports the Black Hawk, which, yeah, we did hear go down. She hit a mine and then we torpedoed her, so she's not getting away this time. Which is nice. I mean, she's not the most pivotal ship. We did have a torpedo hit one of his actual tankers, but not explode, and we had a bloody miss against an oiler, didn't we? Or is it the other way around? No, I think it was the band that way around. But still, it's a nice target. It's nice to see that we actually are hitting things. Obviously, we did torpedo her with the last few torpedoes that we actually had. And then obviously we sank these guys, which they don't really matter that much, but they are worthwhile actually getting rid of. So, the good news is we do have our minesweepers out here. So let's go. Excellent. I'm going to have them set their home port to Pescadores, in case. And then again, I can have them set their home port to Hong Kong. I will need to get naval support there shortly, however. Base is taken relatively intact. Yeah, so decent amount of supply, decent amount of fuel. A good deal of fuel, actually. Now, it might be worthwhile to actually take this fuel, potentially have it transported back to the homeland, or we can kind of leave that fuel there. Those ships in the straits, what are they? Are you talking about these strays? Well, I think that's a destroy force because there's 8 ships over there. We do see an AVP there. Ship and a ship there. We know there's ships over here. Because that's how minesweepers work. You see, there's mines here. Now, how minesweepers work is essentially you move them to a hex there, and then you can have them... They'll sweep mines in the hexes around them. Otherwise, if we send them in there, they're at a greater chance of actually being hit by mines. They can still get hit by mines like this, but they're less likely to. But they can sweep mines in this area. Okay. Wish these guys would move sooner. At least I do have a tank regiment moving across here now. Oh, well, it will be. Have it move there. Right, engineer regiment here. Well, it's clear terrain actually, so that unit should do brilliant over there. So we'll go move that in. How much AV is that? That's 45 AV, which is what we want. Okay, so that should make decent progress, considering it's on major road there. So, question is, let's see. So it should be out of this hex tomorrow. It should arrive here. It's going to take it a little bit longer there, because obviously we do have that mix of secondary roads near Batavia. Yeah, well, we'll see there the PG. See a destroyer over there. We saw this force over here, which leads me to think that this is probably the Prince of Wales, perhaps? Could be Prince of Wales. So what I'll probably do then is concentrate on Submarine assets over here, perhaps. We will have the means. I mean, had we had the supply, we would have been able to carry out torpedo attacks over here. So that was one that kind of slipped. We will have assets moving in. So let's see, they're moving free, so they'll arrive tomorrow as well. Make that your home port. Okay. They're moving in. So you do have you, okay. Yep, so we are moving the Palembang force. I'll pull that DD out. So we're moving there too. So we are going to come under air attack. That one's pretty much inevitable. But I think what we'll do then is have the Sinkwang Zeros cover that force, which makes a lot of sense. It is pretty damn close to them as well, so we can have them cover that. Had I aviation there this turn, we could potentially have used it, but it is quite damaged. Also, we did bomb it quite heavily. Okay. Yeah, I do wish that shock attack would have worked. Yeah, they don't have much supply there. So we'll let them recover. Reinforcements on the way. This shows you how long it takes to move from Singora to a low star. It takes such a long, long time. No matter. Alright, okay. I think it's better to unload these troops and then load them properly, otherwise we're not going to move things as we want to. We've got 2 cogs over there that can move out. Yeah, they should have been at Kwantung. Oh no, seems they're low in supply, that's fine. We've got a decent amount of decent chunk of supply there. Right. And give them patrol boat support. Now then, I do want to get some other assets moving. I want to get the engineers mainly moving here. Well, let's see. Yeah, we do have torpedo capability here, which is what we want. Yep, excellent. So obviously when the rest... So yeah, the entire unit's here, we just obviously need the rest of the cargo there. That forms part of the 3rd Air Division. So what I could do is actually have the transports fly there, but I think I might keep the transports here this turn and have them fly supply into Sinkwang just to make sure we try and get as much in there as possible. It is building up fatigue over here, but I think it is worthwhile. Now, they are set to that. Now, the question is, do they actually fly that? They might have just reset there. Okay, 2 days remain there. Need one down. Okay. Reef Island. Allied tanker there, 61102, which was out that way. A Union coastal tanker class is reported hit. Okay. Yeah, so he's obviously moved his submarines into the DEI. Oh, excellent. Okay. Well, I think we can fly supply in, Ben. I think that'd be worthwhile doing so. Yeah, 81st has arrived here in full strength. It's a good deal there. Can push that out. So that'll give us 14, I think it is. So yeah, we might be able to detect that tanker there. Perhaps. We saw her. Well, she's about there, isn't she? She's moving northwest. I could send a sub to chase her. We do have a 20 knotter. It might be worthwhile to full speed that, perhaps. We would then be able to catch. Perhaps. Right. So I think what we'll do then is we'd layer potentially the submarines over here. Let's see. So I can move through that, so I want to cover that. I mean, this is it. He is going to be aware of the submarines over here. So the question is, will he send the Prince of Wales potentially to Hadu? I'm assuming she's over here. And there's a lot of tasty ships in there that I'd like to get at as well. What's his strength over there at Batavia? Okay. Yeah, so it seems like he has the main part of his forces hauled up there. Okay. We do have some of our own submarines moving into the area now. Alright. Probably not worthwhile refueling them, to be honest. I might as well just have them head out down this way. Though truth be told, it might be worthwhile to make sure we have something around Darwin. I'm going to bring these submarines down towards Darwin, actually. We have submarines over here. We can actually bring MKP down there. We'll have torpedo capability there. He knows his time's measured in hours, really. Let's look at these assets down that way. I'll do the patrol patterns as they close in. Right. Waypoint that. Have them head through that way. Stay away from Ambon, essentially. Right, you're falling behind there. Okay. We do have our troops over here. So we will have a good deal of force over there. There is a part of me that considers potentially landing that out of Mindanao, but I don't think it's worth it. Yeah, it might be worthwhile to actually have some of these B5M1Ks potentially positioned over here up again. That's 9 hexes. 9, okay. I think again, perhaps. We could have both groups actually move to Saipan to cover it there. But no, I think that'd be worthwhile, potentially. It would help to cover it. Would be nice to begin to build that home. There's only one engineer, but might as well get started. They were saying that it's not worthwhile, is it? I might as well do it when I actually have proper engineers and supply to do so. Otherwise, I was going to create myself a problem. Okay. Right, excellent. You can head back to Tokyo. So looking forward to getting all the AGs and etc. so we can actually have them spread out across the islands and across the bases where we need them. Yeah, a little bit of fuel would be nice. Not essential. I mean, I can still patrol here, but it's handy to have that availability. See, to be honest, that could probably still flow back. Anyhow, considering that we do have ports along that train, so it would be able to flow back. If needs be, so that's not too bad. What I might do then is load that up then. I could have that spread fuel out a little bit. Just enough just to maintain a small amount of patrol boats for some time. That would be ideal. And then when I can actually get an AG, I can actually have it established there. And potentially Torishima as well, if possible. I don't think... no, AGs don't need to be... I don't think they need to be disbanded. Right, so we'll have you head over to Egoshima. Because I have the 2 subjects there. Okay. I'd imagine it's going to be more or less a way of our patterns out of here, really. There we go. It is a bit weird, that. To be honest, it is a bit weird. But man, if it works, it works. Yeah, we're going to have plenty more available in the near future. If Prince of Wales is holed up in Singapore, licking her wounds, maybe. Well, as far as I'm concerned, we don't need the submarines there. The reason for that is we have the torpedo capability over here at Kotobaru. We also have it here at Singkawang now. The only reason why we're not going to be striking against Batavia tomorrow is because we don't have the fuel to actually have the escorts move out that far. And once we do, then we will be flying out there. We will be flying out to hit. Luckily, we only see 12 fighters there, but they could be decent fighters. But still, 12's better than more. But yeah, as soon as we get the supply in here, then we'll be good. We do have the Palembang landing force heading down here to Palembang, of course. couple ships over there, but we should be a-okay. And that'll be excellent. I mean, once we secure Palembang, that's going to be absolutely awesome. It gives us a lot to work with there. It's going to give us all that fuel that we'll need. It gives us an airbase much closer to... Yeah, essentially what I could do then is have the 20-second skip over here to Palembang, which is a size 4 airfield, which is fantastic. But now we're going to get moved over there, and then that gives us the torpedo capability just essentially to all of Java. Well, most of Java. Yeah, pretty much all of Java, because I can fly from out here to Kendari as well with torpedoes shortly. Yeah, well, that covers that little bit of Java. And we'll probably be moving up over here to Makassar, so that'll give us the extra bit we need. Do consider Banjarmasin. Have you plans for Caledonia this time or Fiji? Well, we do have Kashima, who's going to be offloading just a few troops over here on Bellup Island tomorrow. The reason for that is I'm going to make sure she's on retirement allowed, actually, so she heads back. Make sure she heads back to Tulagi. Yes, we will have plans down there. We don't have everything available as of yet. We are going to be moving into... I think we'll move on to Rabaul. Wait for the additional ones to arrive. Well, that's it, isn't it? Yeah. The submarines are actually doing a vital job. The submarines are really patrolling the straits between Sumatra and Java, which is fantastic. It really helps to lock that down. Okay, so we've got that. So, fold them in. So, Ondo is unloading here, which is good. Yosukawa and Maru could do a heading home, but we could use it potentially a little bit more. But I'll have her head home after we finish moving the forces there to Rabaul. Now, it does have 3 cruisers there. So at least it has some protection. It's not a huge amount of forces, it's 2 Naval Guard units. Well, 2 SLF units. I would have preferred more. We do have a 3rd one that will be heading down there. But we do need to move on Rabaul soon. I think that may be... It's not probably going to be sufficient enough. I should try to take New Zealand before it gets fortified. Well, the difficulty with that one is we don't have a huge amount of force I can move right now. Now, there's that for Rabaul. Rabaul. See you there. They do have enough supplies, so once we get landed, that'll be alright. I'll move in the additional naval units then. I think 3 will be sufficient, really. Okay. Let's get you moving now. Cancel loan of supplies. I want you to move in now. Most supplies can move down here anyway. Later on, then, as we complete the conquest of New Guinea. Okay. How we're looking sorties-wise? Sorties were good. Still have a torpedo. Zuyaho. Sorties available. Hosho. Sorties aren't available. Tayo. Looking excellent. Okay. Now, we could move a little bit further there. I could move to potentially this island down here, possibly. Or I could even move over here. It would be great if I could actually time that with a landing at Makassar. I will have the actual engineer... Sorry, I will have the regiment loaded. Though, if I do load the regiment, I may slow the unloading process of the air HQ. But I do have ample support here. Yeah, I mean, there's like, what? 4 BBs there. Plenty, really. We are a little bit low on ammunition, but then again, we don't need a huge amount of ammunition if our opposition is mostly light cruiser. Okay, you're unloading the 15th, which... Oh, thankfully you haven't. Oh, that's brilliant. Okay. That's really good. Well, the excellent thing here then is essentially I could get these guys heading to Makasar, which would be awesome. I could then, I think what we'll do then is we actually use the regiment for Kopang. So, I could get that going. I think we do get that going. Yeah. Have you head to Makasar? We do need to move rapidly here. Keep up the pressure as much as humanly possible. It's a plan for Makasar. One should be about sufficient, really. May have to double check, but it should be sufficient. We do have the ability to give support if needs be. I'll have to check on what the terrain is there, Makasar. But we do have the most important airfield in the area right now, which is obviously Kendari or Kendrai. Okay, there we go. What we're looking at, clear terrain, and we had jungles here. Yeah, that's good. So we'll have clear terrain here, which is fantastic. We have sufficient enough supply. Okay. Right, could have a small destroyer force escort that if needs be. Okay. Destroyers are good, obviously. Some of the battleships obviously have more ammunition than others. Seems that Nagato and Hyuga are alright. They can actually manage it. Yeah, it's all about trying to just conserve the amount of ammunition that we have. Now, the intriguing thing is we do see the cruisers down there. Okay. So let's get things set up here. So, bombers. What I'm going to continue to do then, I think it's well worth it, actually. Continue with the G4's run of the naval search, perhaps. The reason being, we do have more G3s, but the fact is I can push their range out. I can push their range out, and we do have 15 fatigue. I think we can still manage it. I think it's worthwhile to actually have that, just that knowledge of what's going on in the area. Though, what is the range? What does 21 actually realistically look like? Okay. So that does give us pretty much range. Jesus. So that gives us range over the entirety of Java. Okay. What do you guys reckon? Is it worth it, do you reckon? I mean, 17. I think 17's sufficient, to be honest. Yeah, 17's sufficient. I feel 17 is probably the better option. Oh, we do see ships over here, actually. Ah. That's worthwhile checking out. I think I'll take you and actually go ahead and intercept that. I'll try to actually get in there. Okay. We do have Ocean Deep there. I'm just thinking, is it worthwhile running VG4s at 21 hexes instead of the 17? We do also get that additional coverage there on naval search, but it's like, wow, he's building that fatigue up. But it's not bad, is it? I think we can manage that. I think we'll run it for a little while anyway. Yeah, I think we'll run that for a little while. It'll help us to pick up on targets out this way. I think we'll bring the MKB down this way. Let's take a look at potential options. How distant is that? That's 7. I could be potentially there. Frankly, I want to be as close to this area as possible so I can actually engage. We'll be outside his range, presumably. We covered this area. That's those range 2, yeah. What are G3s the same, I imagine? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is it. We're running them 50-50. We have a huge deal of reserves. Oh, that's the G3s. We still have a good... Well, I mean, that is a pretty large amount of reserves there. We do have ample... Yeah, so it's looking good, yeah. No, I think it's worthwhile, yeah. No, I think so. It gives us that coverage, which is brilliant. I think this is the main thing here. You take a look at what we saw like in the last turn versus what we see this turn, and we're just seeing significantly more now, which is brilliant. So we can do that. So we're gonna go for BLeAcHACiD. Okay. Right. Well, we do have enough supply here. We're obviously moving the fuel in, but that's a phenomenal amount of supply. Port is able to look after itself as well, which is brilliant. Yep, so I do have these two ships over here, which are brilliant. We do have the Sagi. I think she was historically sunk somewhere around this area, actually. She might have been sunk over there. I know she was sunk somewhere in this area. I'm sure she was. But that's good to work with. Now, what I think I might do then is actually move the G4s over here then to Kandari. What do I have aviation-wise? Though saying that... Let's take a look. Yeah, no wonder they're moving there. They're on bloody retirement allowed, aren't they? God damn it, I wanted them down there at Yellowwood. I was thinking, it's weird that they're not there. Yeah, that's the thing you gotta watch out for. Oh well, they're not too far north. They'll move 5, destinations 11. Which is not ideal. Right, I need a bit more supply in there. Can you actually carry any cargo? You can actually, so you can carry a little bit of cargo for me. That's fine. You need to carry a little bit of cargo, then you can move over there to Quadrillane to refuel. Let's load that, and then move over there. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, move to Quadrillane. There we go. You're doing me a fine purpose there. Have you guys do the same? Right, there we go. So that move in around about 1,000, I guess. And production will check out soon, actually. I'm going to go ahead and I'll open up the tracker shortly. Right. If I was to make a amphibious group, not a lot there. Yeah, we can use paratroopers in the near future. We've also got to get them moving, really. We will have... There should be one group of them around here somewhere. 144. May as well have them just go straight to Kwantung, perhaps, or even Mersing. Well, we're not producing a huge deal of aircraft. We're mostly focusing on the care for the free. Well, mostly focusing on the Zero at the moment and the care for the free. Yeah, you are right about 80. We do have it moving somewhere. I do have the one over here. I'd like to go and pick them up, actually. I mean, what I need to do is actually pick these units up over here. Alright, well, either way, I think we'll have you land towards Mersing. Right, they're moving in. Yeah, that's pretty fantastic. So we are going to have 2 divisions essentially arrive in shortly. I mean, yeah, they're not far off either. Moving 6 a turn. Not far. Only a few days there. It is a gamble. It is indeed a gamble. I was hoping that we would have been able to hit one of his air power there. Why we're not? Okay, why we're not? Yeah. And as Verkin says, that the point of the immersing gamble, or Gambit, whatever you want to call it, is essentially to like lock all these troops off in the north. But the main reason why I'm doing this is obviously due to the fact, pretty much what everybody does as well, it brings you significantly closer to Singapore significantly sooner. Now, there's about 100 AV give or take there, 100 AV give or take around these bases here, about 200 or so in Singapore. What I want to do is essentially make that the only AV that will be in Singapore, which is something that we can actually manage a hell of a lot easier. And this is it. Whether we do bring the 2nd Division down here, not entirely sure, but it would be nice. Essentially what we'd do is we'd lop off the southern part of Malaya from the northern part of Malaya. Obviously these troops are going to move down here, which will isolate a low star. We do have the forces from Kwantung marching into the interland over there to Tamala, so as they can march then further south if needs be. But we'll have the rail line. And the good news as well is once we did take Tamala, we would actually be able to use a rail line from Tamala down to Malacca. So, well, I'd have to go take Malacca, but I was hoping it would have actually gone down there. But oh dear. No, I'll check the aces now, sorry. Still no ace yet. Getting closer though. Yeah, casualties are still looking good there. I'm not actually taking a look at aircraft casualties. Aircraft losses, sorry. Ah, I lost. Okay, well, we only lost 2 zeros today, then that's not bad. We did shoot down 6 Warhawks, 4 in the air, sorry, and 2 were lost to ops losses. Not bad. 2 Widoways went down, 2 Wildebeests went down, 2 anti-air. That's good. P339. Catalina went down, that's ops losses. Blenheim. Yeah, not bad, not bad. And I'd like to increase this more. Well, that's it, yeah. We're not having to make up for a potential amount of planes that might have been lost over Pearl. If I take a look here. Alright, there we go. Ah, there we go, there's 0. Yes, we have 3 zeros in the pool so far. Well, at this moment in time. But the thing is, we have been actively giving them out to detachments and to obviously units out here on the front. Like, for example, we've got the 3rd KUS 1B over here, that's got 4 in reserve. Yeah, we've got 4 reserves there, we've got 2 reserves here. But I do have a luxury to actually give them additional reserves, and wow, that fatigue is rapidly climbing there. Luckily, the range is less. But yeah, that's what happens when you run 100%. But it's well worthwhile. What I could potentially do here then is use these zeros to actually cover both of these groups over here. Like one squadron, well, one detachment over each. It's not a huge deal to cover. Yeah, well that's it, yeah. The reserves really do help out. I mean, we are running our groups really hard now. We are running them very hard. Like, that's actually much better. Like, they were due to sweep, but obviously they didn't go in there. But yeah, if we take a look over here, we can see that fatigue on the pilots isn't too bad. Fatigue on the aircraft is up there on some actual... I mean, you look at that one at 42. But the good news is we have reserves over here. So we have ones that are coming in now with 1, 4, 10, 12 there. So you can see that by having those reserves, we can actually have the planes that have more fatigue cycled out to be, well, maintained. I might just want to look to just sweep over here with these zeros, to be honest. We're just not having the look that we really want with the fight over Luzon. Not been good. Right, so those forces officially halted, haven't they? Yep. Yeah, we are building fortifications here. We'll probably get to level 2, maybe level 3. But what we want to do here then is essentially make this feasible to hold in case we do face counterattack. It does give us a point to which if we are forced back, because he does have a lot of force over here in Luzon. We do have the 2nd Division on its way, but it is going to take some time. Yeah, 2nd Division's on its way. Oh, those forces I thought would have headed out by now. I wish you could set the amount of supply they load, but it's giving them enough supply. Yeah, 1600 is enough supply really for them to move out there. So they can move out to Andamonen. They're moving... tell you what, I'm going to move them at full. And then they will arrive. Alright, expand you here. Okay. APDs are excellent. Have you dock? Oh, excellent. Verify. Accept load. Return to Pare. Right, so we can get them moving into Andamonen as well. There we go. So the Canal detachments move in now. So they're moving towards Lingayen. I don't think I have... no, I have rails down from here, but not there. So yeah, we'll have that naval unit move down here to Andamonen, which is good, because that cuts these guys off down to the south at Legazpi. But essentially, it shows him that we are putting more into Luzon. Okay. What I'm going to do is transfer the L3s. I'm going to take the transports out here, actually. So I'm going to have these guys move down. I could have them picked up from Cam Bay, perhaps. I need to pick up the actual airfield. Sorry, I need to actually pick them up. In terms I could have them flown into Luzon and pick them up. I think I'll go for Camland Bay because I could actually have these guys just transferred over here and then just move down by rail. Yeah, well, I'll have them move to Camland Bay. Okay, pick up troops from Buguswanga. Huh, okay, well that's a bit awkward. Okay, well, that's the thing we have to deal with, okay. Well, at least I can put some supply down to Sinkwang. Not ideal, but at least I can do it. Alright, okay, so I need an airfield, of course. Awkward. Okay. What range do I have on these fellows? Right, there's plenty of ships there. Oh, there we go. We are loading up the Yokosuka. I will get them moving out. What I'll do then is get the other unit loaded up then. Couple APs here loading base force, okay. Okay. Right, they're loaded up now. So they can move on to Jostleton. Or I could potentially head for Kuching. I may actually want to go for Kuching actually. But I don't know what the actual strength is there. I don't think it's amazing, but I don't think it's light either. So I could go for a risky gamble of actually moving in forces there to Busuanga, but I don't think it's worthwhile. This could be another useful base force out this way. But I will need a base force down here, Bibril. Sometimes it's a hard decision as to where you need it. I think we will need it out of here. Base force would be nice at Rabaul. There we go. It just gets a little bit more moving then, which is exactly what we want. Right, what do we have here in port? Two small tankers I'd love to make use of. Need to get some PPs there. Oh, you're linking... Alright, you're going to link up with them. Okay, okay. Well, that's good, so we can move at higher speeds then, which is really nice. Okay. They should make it and link up with them. They do have some ops there, so they've obviously refueled. What I'll do then is... I'll put these two in there. For the time being, anyway. The reason is just to make sure that they do have an actual cover force in there. And then I can pull them out next turn. So, undock. Move your candy asses out. That means I have two patrol boats that can head over here to Kagi. That can pick up the actual other paratroopers there quite nicely. That's a fairly decent amount of AA there with the 40s. Okay, what do we have? Right, Kyushu's need to be moved out. Well, what I'm going to do is take these Kyushus and have them head to Pescadores. So, just give them the 1 PB there. There we go. So we'll have these guys head to Pescadores. They can then disband there automatically. And then I can actually begin the conversion work on them. I could potentially begin it over there in Hong Kong, but we will clear out that first of all. I will need that Naval HQ moving back there. Let's see, tanker. Right, you're moving in there. We've not had any additional flooding action or anything of like that, so that's good news. Yeah, let's see. So what we'll have to do then is I'll probably take Congo. I want to get Congo repaired as soon as possible, really. It's a goddamn shame she took a torp. If she didn't take a torpedo, she would have been she would have been fantastic. But I do need the battleships rearmed. What do we have here then? So we have 3205. I can't recall what we need for the Congo class. Ideally will be enough. Right, auto disband obviously when you arrive, yep, okay. Now I could have them moving at normal. It's no different really, is it? So yeah, we'll keep them moving. So what we'll do then is we'll get them there. I can have Haruna rearmed and Haruna sent back out this way. Congo can go with a amphibious force, actually carrying the 2nd Naval Headquarters, and then they can head over here to Hong Kong, which ideally by that time will be cleared of mines. And the good news is I can actually get these assets moving out of here. Only issues I bloody need capacity. We'll have it move over here to Sama. What do I have here then? Yeah, not ideal. A lot of tankers there that we need to get moving. But when I send that force out, I can have some actual escorts moved over here to the island of Hainan, which will give us the ability to move these out. I'd like to get those tankers moving out. Okay. Tell you what, I could actually use that to move a little bit of aviation support in there. And it'd be nice to actually have some float planes established. Take a smaller one. Get some aviation support into Buswanga. And then at least I might be able to use float planes in there. Make use of the island, and then when we do get the opportunity to pull things out, we can pull it out. But yeah, having additional naval search here would be quite good. It just gives a little bit more coverage over there, making sure that we have complete lockdown of an area. Right, DMS. Can head to Sinkawang. I may as well run you as a fast transport to get some supply moving there. I do have more supply moving down this way. But you can carry, you're only carrying 60, but it's worth it just to get, just 60 moving up, isn't it? I mean, essentially, whenever we move something, we want to make sure that we're actually moving additional assets with it, just to make use of that fuel. So at least we're getting a little bit of supply there moved. It's just making it a little bit more economical for us. We're not taking a lot from our base here in Marie, so it's not a bad thing. We do have supply moving down to Marie, actually. Let's take a look. should be on its way. Right, they're loading supplies. I can use that one, to be honest. These bigger boys in there, just could make use of them. Yeah, true transports like this can make use of. Okay. So that could carry 60,000 tons there. Which I'm going to get moving. Right, so we'll have that supply loaded up and then moved out there to Marie. That'll allow us to begin repairing. This is obviously a lot of supply. Right, okay. May as well put that AMC in there. Oh, she can't join because obviously it's that kind of force. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Making a transport. Still can't put it in there. Okay, fair enough. But they'll transfer that. Yeah, they'll do that more efficiently now. Should make it a cargo. Cargo should do it. Right. At least now what I can do then is, instead of having you head to Marie, because you're carrying engineers which are very useful. Construction battalions. Yep. I'd rather have these guys where we need them. And also that is a good deal of fuel. Sorry, a good deal of supply they can make use of as well. So it doesn't hurt to have additional assets moving up. I'm going to cancel a load of supplies there and get them out of the dock. Right, I still can't dock you, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll get them moving. So that's going to get supplies moving down that way. It's going to get supplies moving down that way. Now. Excellent. You're moving to Marie, so I can begin to move fuel out. You're moving down this way, but that gives us the ability to rearm, well, to just refuel at sea, which is just exceptionally useful. Yeah, we've got another AO there. Excellent. Has been detected, unfortunately. So meet that force. Merge. How fast are you? 13. Okay, so they're both 13. But we're going to essentially link up there. What I could potentially do then is move to Guru, blah, 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 blah. I'd like to potentially have that fuel made available down there at Sinkwang, perhaps. Though saying that, I think it is definitely worthwhile just to have fuel that is able to move wherever you need it. Have it move down there for the time being then. So they're not going to unload anyway. So we'll have those moved in together, get that moving. So that'll give us, let's see, 7 free, 5 there. Okay, so we'll have about 12.3 K fuel ready to use then, if needs be, which is excellent. What I can do then is take that DD. There we go. She can head over here to Kwantung, and she can load up some fuel there. Just making use of the assets that we have, really. So head to Kwantung. You can fuel up then. And the good news is as well is at least it's another moving target in the area. And we do have a almighty cover force here. It's just obviously making sure we get it where it needs to be. But that is a pretty goddamn big force. What I might do here then is actually take... so we do have a heavy cruiser force with 3 destroyers. I could potentially have... though, no, I think probably worthwhile having the light cruisers made available to cover directly. Probably worthwhile. So these guys will move in here during the night as well, which is excellent. So they're going to be in tomorrow. Put them on absolute. Yeah, so it is a big risk. It is a big deal. What I'm hoping for is that he doesn't... Because he doesn't have information over them right now. He may think, okay, well, maybe they're moving to Palembang instead. So I'm hoping he'll go for that. But that's 4 heavy cruisers covering there. I could actually have the light cruisers sent south to join them perhaps as well. But I think what I'm going to do is make use of the light cruisers as a fast transport and actually have them shift assets down to Kwantung. Essentially what I need to do, well, I can even have them fast transport engineers really. But I think engineers to Kwantung, get aviation set up there as soon as possible. Those DMSs I can have move south, but no, they can still do fast transport for me, can't they? Yeah, why not? Why not? They all move the speed that we need them to move at, so that's fine. Can't dock, unfortunately. Oh, I guess I'll take that. Something docked up? Yeah, they can unload there. Right, you get you down to Kwantung or Kwantung. It's 5 hexes. Move you full speed this turn. I'll leave these guys behind so I'm not using more than I need to. Try and reserve that fuel. Try and make use of it a little bit more elsewhere. But yeah, there we go. So they're going to move 3 hexes per phase. So we will arrive at Kwantung tomorrow, which is excellent. So at least we'll actually have some engineers in Kwantung tomorrow. So I can begin to repair the airfield. I could base some actual fighters out there. I could potentially base fighters out there now if I wanted to be honest. And it might be potentially worthwhile to do so. Though I'd have to double check on the manual if I could still run from that. I think fighters can run from an airfield of like 50 or runway 50, but I'd have to check, so that's a fair old bit of damage there. But something worth checking out. Okay. Right, have them flown to Kamran. Rest while they're there. And they've done their job, so I'm going to have them head to Kamran. I could try to then get them in a position where I can make use of them in the Dutch East Indies. I will need them potentially over here as well. Now, speaking of, I need to get these guys moving. Alright, so set all this ops mode. Set all to march this unit's objective. There we go. So that's 460 AV moving out there. It's going to take a little while for it to get there, but at least it's on the way now. Yes, that's all secondaries. So, 137. So we'll have, like 500 odd. The 600 AV then moving up over here to Mole Mine. What we can do then, as soon as we do have Singapore in our grasp, is I can actually have divisions sent north, and then we'll go for the Rangoon offensive, which will be vital. Yeah, he's taking advantage over here. But we'll get assets moving there. We will have a push against over here. I mean, if I could get to Bagu, that'd be fantastic. Essentially what I need is I need to secure these rail lines. But what I might even end up doing is making use of transport aircraft just to get troops moving up here as quickly as possible, really. Something definitely worth bearing in mind. Okay. Keep Ashigara patrolling over there. And it's going well, but I don't want to have our airfields actually hit. So I think what we'll do then is we do a double sweep. Need to try and take out his aircraft, really. Have the level bombers just stand down. Dojo's can keep running that. Alright. Let's make sure they're stood down, I guess. I might as well have him on training, actually. Right, there we go. Yep, so we'll be landing at Antamonan tomorrow. We'll land at Mersing tomorrow. We have secured Kwantung, which is good. I had hoped that we had secured... I mean, this is it. It would have been good had we been able to secure Georgetown, but we're not too far from doing that. That was unfortunate. And give them some time to recover. And it would have been nice to have wiped out 14 aircraft there. But needs must, really. Though it is interesting, those might be the aircraft that can't move, really. So that's something to bear in mind. Okay. Can't believe we bloody missed that. That would have been brilliant. Yeah, if we'd have hit them both, that would have been really nice. But no, unfortunately, bloody not. So 21584. And that was the I3. Let's see, where's I3? That's I3 there. Yeah, no, right. Yeah, commit to Doku. I think what I can do here then is leave that as is, actually. So they're going to keep on moving there. Do I have a float plane one out here, though? That'd be brilliant if we did. No. Let's see. Yeah, no, that is it, isn't it? I mean, we didn't spot an actual escort. I mean, yeah, no. If we could have had some shells fired, that would have been just brilliant. That would have done it. Okay. I think that's fine as is, really. Yeah, you have a float plane. I think it'd be worthwhile having her potentially there just to act as a target coordinator. So by no means perfect, but we'll work on that one. I'm happy, though, that we are seeing success. I mean, the fact that we didn't actually hit her is unfortunate, but at least we do have awareness there. We know that he's actually running ships out that way, which is good. And then who else was it? I-164. Oh, excellent. Okay, so that's good news. So, she's out there. So she's moved there. So it looks like they're moving through this area here then. So I think what we do then is we concentrate this area. Yeah, that makes sense. Right, moving to the Straits there. Yeah, wet dream. It really is though, isn't it? Really is. Okay. So head over there, then move back. A little bit further now, just to make sure we might get another shot just out this way. Yeah, the good news is once we have more naval search, then these will become more accurate. Have you head out there? It looks like you're heading towards Surabaya. But that's good. I mean, the fact is, he's seen that we have mines there now, which is really nice. So he's going to obviously be a little bit more wary about that. But that's the good thing as well. It gives him something to think about there. Head there. Is ocean shallow, which is not exactly ideal. So... yeah, I don't want to get too close. Well, I mean, this is it. Obviously, could move him there. But he's obviously got to bear in mind that we do have air capabilities. Yeah, I do think that we bring our MKB as close as we can. I want to bring him as close as we can to this area over here, really. Well... oh, dear. He might not have been aware, to be honest. I mean, they were transported there by a sub, so a pretty clandestine way of getting them there, really. But they are paying. They are paying off. Yeah, that's what we want as well. I mean, this is it. So, excuse me. It is paying off. So it looks like he's trying to... He's toying with the idea of getting out of here. So they're not a Batavia, they're actually a medic. I think I will bring the subs here. I think if we can try and fill this area with subs, I'd feel happy. What I'm going to do as well is take the G4s. Let's see. Yeah, well, that's it. It's nice we can get away with being cheeky. Right, can I bring you over here to link you up? Because that would be really nice. Yes, you sweet summer child. As BLeAcHACiD. There we go. Excellent. Right, what I can do here then is I'm going to run these guys. I can't do naval search. I can do naval attack, but that's not ideal. Some people could do naval search. Boom. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. I can continue that. Can continue that. Alright. It's a decent amount of fatigue there. Why are you running that high? Hmm. I think what I'll do here then is have a G3s ready to run naval attack. I think I'll run them naval attack. Apparently we don't have the means to do so, which I find bizarre. It might be to do with the actual amount of supply here, which is odd considering we already have that. So, yep. Okay. Well, okay. It's not the worst thing ever, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. At least we have a good idea what's going on in the surrounding area. I think we just run them at extended range and get a better idea what's going on. If anything, yeah, it just gives us that information in the daytime that is proven to be really quite nice. That, and obviously they can still attack out here, which is nice. But yeah, we can see that there's still some AKs there in Singapore. Not a huge deal though. But that does free up the Zero squadrons over here then. Okay. Right. Shion escort in 249. So that's 249, which is the immersing force. Shion escort in 249 as well. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do then is set... not you. Oh, they're sweeping, okay. Yeah, what's the distance actually? That's 7. What's it from Sinkawang? 6, okay. That's 8. 7, okay. I think it's probably worthwhile having a hefty amount of fire to cover, doesn't it, really? I do see that as 55 bombers, so I think it's probably worthwhile. So I think I will run the yeah, run the fighters like that, run the Zeros like that. I might have a group cover. But I could take the other one there. Well, they're moving into port anyway. They'll arrive tomorrow, so they're moving as fast as they can anyway. There's no other things I can do there to help them out. And they'll arrive tomorrow as well. Okay. Tell you what, I'll have that. I'll have it move into Kota and not unload. I want to have it move down the coastline, really. Okay. Yeah, just running over the Mersing force, really. So I think we'll concentrate the zeros from the north over there. I can concentrate the zeros on the Palembang force. Well, I'll have this guy cover the Palembang force then. You have a couple more reserves there. Try and help them out. Right, cover Palembang. This is Radio Palembang. Yeah, would push them to extended there. How far's Mersing? Mersing's 8. I think it's worthwhile to doubly... Yeah, I think we cover both. I think we'll cover both. Okay, there we go. I'll have one low, I'll have one high. I'll use higher. There's no issues, man. It's a long time. I mean, my god, it's... Christ, 2 hours and 12 minutes. My god, that's gone quick. It's a complex game, to be fair. Okay. Yeah, it's a dangerous time. But I think it will be worthwhile. I think this is it. Once we land at Mersing tomorrow, but importantly, if we can actually cover and defend ourselves, we'll be in a brilliant position. Now, he's aware that he's obviously forced us out here. He knows that something's up. He knows that his time is essentially limited down here. Because you think about it like this way. As soon as we get that supply here, then we'll be able to hit the hell out of this area. His time's limited down here as well. But this is it. I don't know how much he might have been able to move out of the Dutch East Indies. He's probably been able to move out something. Yeah, he's probably moved out a decent amount. But the thing is, we're forcing him to have to leave assets. You know what I mean? Forcing him to have to leave vital fuel that we will use. And the thing is, the more fuel that we find, the quicker we can get the tempo moving. You know what I mean? The longer we can sustain it is probably the better way to say it. But I think I'll probably take the G4s, move them over there to Kandarai. Yeah, I'd love to get the Prince of Wales. I think she's at Batavia. Sorry, America. I think she's here. So what I'm going to do is also concentrate our submarines in that area and just try... But this is it. I don't know. If he went to Osthaven, then... and he might, perhaps. But this is it. We'll try and find her. Try and find her. I think what we need to do then is just make sure we have like a layered amount of submarines over here. Just try and cover this area. Indeed. But if we can get to Palembang, then at least that sends our reach out further. But even if we don't catch her, which would be a bloody shame, we'll probably catch her some point in the future. She's only got a certain amount of places she can go. And she goes elsewhere. Yeah, it was the Black Hawk that was hit by mines. So that's good news. So, I mean, that might be something to take into consideration to have submarines covering most of this area. Because, I mean, this is it. The best case scenario would be that he heads to Osthaven, and he moves into a mine. Like, that'd be amazing. Can you imagine Prince of Wales, like, getting out of Singapore and then being hit by a mine? Be like, shit. That sucks. Oh, dear. What was I going to do now? Yeah, it's a normal combat repulse. It's just C brings it up. Okay, let's see. That escorts over Singapore anyhow. Yeah, that's true. But that's going to give him something to think about. Right, so they're escorting over there. Now, the 1As... And it might be that I have the 1Cs actually sweep. I'll have the 1C sweep Singapore then. Yeah, I think we're going with the air power there. 1As can escort then. Apologies about the noise in the background. Yeah. So they can act as the escort. Okay, we'll go with that then. Just a bloody shame that we didn't fly this turn. I'm gonna have this up. I want to make sure, because I'm not flying the best aircraft, so I'm just gonna have it at 30% airfield attack this time round. What I'm hoping for is the fact that obviously these bombers may go out, so they may fly it out into zeros anyway. Well, there's only 15 fighters there. I think we'll go for a little bit more. No, though in fairness, I think I'll keep it as that. I don't want to just take a risk. I want to make sure we're covering our forces. I want to make sure that we do this well. I don't want to see us like losing excess frames. I mean, what we'll do then is, depending on how the situation goes tomorrow, then we can really start to up the ante. And once we have like Kwantung available for an actual airbase, that means we can establish fighters down there, which means we can actually have more bombers over here. Intriguing to see that it didn't fly here, but then again, I think the weather was bad all round. Right, they're flying naval. I need to have some of them available, actually. So I'll divide that unit again. Oh, that's the 1Cs, isn't it? Sorry. Right, yeah. So, they can obviously sweep there. I'll take the 1As. Right, divide the 1As. No, I guess I can't. Okay. Let them drop tank. I'll tell you what I'll do then. I'll take some of the C's. Oh, sorry, B's. Those are the B's, sorry. Okay. Then what I'll do is we'll have some available then to escort. The good news is, at least with some K-27s we have the ability to cover the base, which is alright. Not a huge deal, but something. Yeah, allows these guys to just do what they need to do. And so that's good then. So the zeros are going to be covered in the Miri landing force, sorry, the Mersing landing force, which is good. Let's see. What do I have there? So those are those forces I talked about earlier. Right. In fairness, that's not bad. I can make something of that. I can use that. Well, truth be told, I want to make sure we can actually get forces moving to where they need to be. Can do 4. Well, what I'll do then is put you back in there. Like so. I'll make this like a fast transport group. It's not a huge deal, but it's something. Like, construction units would be great down there. But I can get an aviation corps there. Just one off, goddamn. But I can just move that down. I can just move that down. Right, there we go. So that's going to get another koi potentially into Kwantung, which is good because we need more of those. Right, like so. Then what I can do is take the other light cruiser that actually has more speed. So Isuzu. I always feel like I want to say Pazuzu, you know, like from, what was that film now? The Exorcist, that's it. And I put you an absolute. Yeah, it's nothing major, but at the end of the day, it's another force there to potentially add. There we go. Make sure these guys are set to reaction 0. Don't want them going off. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I mean, this is it. There's a lot of risk here. I mean, all these APs are worth a good chunk. But we're going in hard, we're going in fast. Let's just hope for the absolute bloody best, really. We are giving it as much cover as we possibly can. So, yeah, I think we've made it through the hard part. I mean, if we take a look at this, the weather there is overcast. So we've been moving during the night. So he's not really going to be able to hit us too well during the night. So yeah, that's the main thing there. We'll land during the night. I could make it full speed to make sure they arrive. When they will arrive. What do you guys reckon? We've got the fuel to do it. Do you think it's worthwhile putting them on full? I'm not too fond of the OI having lower fuel than that. But again, this is it. I mean, of like, of all the light cruisers you want an actual surface engagement, if a surface engagement does kick off, you want Katagana class. That's a lot of torpedoes. That's a whole bunch of torpedoes. Aye. What do you guys feel like? Do you think it'd be worthwhile putting them on full speed, try and get them there sooner? I don't know if it makes any much difference. Really? So they'll move 4. They've got 4 hexes to go. So, no, I don't think we need bother with full speed. We'll arrive. That's fine. We'll arrive here during the night. And that's the main thing, then. That puts them closer there. Yeah, you can see these bloody weather over Malaya was bad. Bad weather over there as well. Bad weather over this way, too. Lots of bad weather in general. Lots of bad weather. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. And even this force over here, it doesn't have... Well, then again, you say... Well, I say that. It's got 4 heavy cruisers there. I could send another heavy cruiser force off to join there, but... How many... Do we have more than a 4? Do we have, like, 4, 4? There's 4 there. Huh, wow, yeah, we do have 8 heavy cruisers in this area then. So, yeah, that is a significant deal of force there. That's a significant amount. And the Palembang force isn't as vulnerable as such. It's more spread out, which is good. Like, there's only really one ship that's actually got, like, only Hikawa Maru has a lot of troops on board, but everything else is spread out. So, that's in much better shape. More likely to survive. Yeah, there's a lot of targets here. And at least there's a lot of AA in the area. There's a lot of actual surface assets in the area as well, which is brilliant. We've got the fuel moving down here to help support us. So what we'll do then is we'll take a look at the subs over here. I could try and hunt down that tanker, but I want to try and get a bigger prize right now. But it is interesting to see the path that was taken there. Let's have a look. Right, well, you're patrolling there anyway, it's not bad. You move up there, you move there. You move like... Excuse me, like that. I do want to try and get that over there, actually. Size port is that? Size 3, okay, so I can't really do much about that. Depends where to run. Could run north. So something like that might be alright. At least then they have a chance to potentially react. And what's that there? Okay, we've got Ocean Deep, that works for us. Okay. Make sure you head there. And this is it, he's more than likely to head to the north. So we'll make sure we try and grab him. Yeah, just trying to do our best here to make sure we try and get him on the way out. Assuming he moves out. If he doesn't move out, then that's fantastic. We should ideally then have the supply to make Singkawang a serious problem for him. Submarines have been fairly successful so far. It's a shame that we didn't get the actual hits last night that we needed. But oh well. They're doing a good job. They've been hitting, which is good. Was that this sub that moved? Oh, so that sub moved in there then. Okay. This is it. So we know there's a few assets over here, but this is it. If there's a slow BB moving there... I mean, let's see. It might have taken a whole... How long did it take? It might have taken 3 days to actually get down to Singapore, actually. I can't remember exactly when it started. Maybe about 3-4 days, perhaps. That could indicate a lot of damage, but that's good to know. So the thing is, let's say... Well, we're ranging out to 21. Yeah. So even if he does get past the submarines, we still have a... We should be able to vector in on him, really. And if we have that naval search during the actual daytime, that should help us out. It's a shame that we don't have it at night. At least not yet, but it should be alright, actually. Should ideally score some hits there. But yeah. So I think what we'll do here, then, is let's see. I could move to that point there. Maybe even there. I think we try and range in on him. At least then I can actually come back and actually cover the landings there. So move to that point there, which is... That's 11. Okay, it's further than I was hoping for. Yeah, I want to try and avoid that coast. Okay. I think we'll try and head for the shallow ocean then, I guess. Just about there. Let's try and move as far as we can. How many hexes is that? It's 9 hexes. So in reality, I'd be there. See, now the consideration is it worth it to move MKB there? So I could move them to Kendari. Kishino would arrive. I'd be able to rearm on torpedoes there. But I think it might be worthwhile to have a position there. So at the end of the day, I mean, it gives us something to work with. So we're looking at about 7 there. That's 8. Yeah, we'd potentially have the ability to strike out there. I mean, what we could do is we could actually extend our range, because we're not really using torpedoes at this point now. And we can go for an early Indian Ocean raid. Well, yeah, potentially so. Potentially so. I mean, I do want to have them potentially refueled and rearmed. Yeah, they are pretty vital. They are pretty vital. We'll consider that. We'll consider that. What I can do then is take our B5s. So right now they're running at 7. They can run up to 9. I think a carrier can only go up to only attack at 8 anyway. So I can up that. Oh no. That naval bomb is actually pretty damn good. Huh, okay. I think I guess essentially treat them like dive bombers then. Okay. Then what I can do is have these zeros range. Yeah, we'll go with 11. Okay. So that gives us potential range out that way. So I think it's worthwhile. I mean, we've seen support ships there. If we do have the ability to use torpedo bombers here tomorrow with torpedoes, that'd be excellent. I will need fighters here then shortly thereafter after. Can you make it to Saipan? You got 25. 20. Okay. I think what I'll do is move one to Pagan. I do want to make sure we can try and hit those guys. I could even take those guys and have them move to Jolo, but I don't think it's necessary. Okay. It's not brilliant. It's not a great solution, but at least it gives us something to work with there. Okay. Right, these two BBs can remain. This force we can use then to escort the Makassar landing, or Makassar landing. Right, there we go. Okay, so they will arrive. They'll arrive as well. Oh, it's because I'm moving full now. But then again, I could put them... I'll put them on mission speed, because they're going to arrive anyway. I don't need to burn them anymore. They can alter to spam when they arrive. Yes, we'll have destroyer tenders there then as well. They're moving full. I think it's worthwhile to get them moving sooner rather than later. Okay. We'll have fuel here shortly. Yes, I do need to refuel. We have been quite busy. Use these guys as well. I mean, that's it. It's not exactly amazing, but at least it's two surface cover forces there. I think it's probably worthwhile to get that Hayamoto moving really now. Yeah, I mean a little bit of fuel there could make a lot of difference. I mean, we'll make use of the fuel at donate. No, it's a donate. Okay, you're moving there to Kandarai. Yeah, I mean this is it. We're essentially fighting the fighting against the bloody, what do you want to call it? The inertia, that's it. We're fighting against the inertia, trying to maintain the anti, really trying to maintain that momentum. But it is difficult to do, really. as you really need to have a lot of support assets moving in just pretty much constantly. Okay. How you doing there, Roland? Yeah. Okay. Right, what I can do then is get the regiment being loaded up here. So I can have that other naval unit move in here. It's not like it's going to move in here anyway. Go away, Western Spy. Let me solve by speed. They're slow. What we plotted. Yeah, we're just trying to maintain the momentum here. Oof. Excuse me. A little sneeze. Little sneeze. Yeah, ways in Ben Cape Town. Okay. So they're going to move on to Makasar. I'm going to take. Did I just essentially take that force and just... I just took the same force, didn't I? Okay, wow. Genius. Well, okay. Well, they'll be fine. Yeah, they'll be fine. A little bit amazed I just did that, but okay. Yeah, I totally did as well. Yeah, I'm thinking, wait a minute. Oh dear. See, these guys come in really handy, just due to the fact that they're so tiny. And they do act as little potential targets. Also helps to spread it out somewhat. Excuse me. But what I might want to do is actually move the patrol boats out and get more little ships loaded up. Which I'll do. Okay. Yeah, get them to move the regiment as they once did. Okay, no more room, but that should be sufficient anyway. Naval headquarters. See as if... Well, it depends on the time. There's one I've got heading to the south now. I think it's in this game. It might be in the other game. But you have some that have a command radius of 9, which you can actually use as like proper command headquarters like you would with army headquarters. But for the most part, obviously, you want to move them to where you're going to need the naval support. So obviously that naval support and the port level helps you to like build that rearm level up. Alright, what do we have here? 452. Oh, we can manage it. Well, yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that's just perfection. Don't tell him. Oh, dear. Okay, question is, I'm going to verify that load. Do we have any suppliers board? Yes. Ah, yes. That's brilliant. And that's true. That's true. No troops only? Excellent. That's perfect now. Okay. So we can get them loaded in there. I'm going to have them head for Kopang. And this is it. This is ambitious. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they're gonna move too far anyway, but what I want to do is I want to get them moving. Then let's see. I can have the PBs merge with them after. AEs. No A's actually. Oh, you mean just in general? Sure, just give me a moment. That one. Ah, there we go. You could. You could. Okay. But I'll show you here. Oh, those are active, sorry. Okay. And this is obviously just rough. Obviously, I can potentially expand this if needs be. That's a rough one at the moment. I can't convert you here, god damn it. So I need you to move you into Hong Kong so as to get Hong Kong clear. Yeah, well, the US I'm going to use for like a lot of troop carrying capabilities. It does remind me actually I do need to convert a few Tohos. There we go. Glad you reminded me. These bad boys are going to come in very handy. Oh, A's. Oh, that's... No wonder I've not heard about them, because that's an allied thing, isn't it? Hey, doing that, Sean. Good to have you, my friend. It's going well. It's going well. Just converting some Tohos here. No Tohos here. Right, so I got these guys available. Hey, doing that, John. Good to have you, my friend. Okay, you're headed to truck. So it's going to take a little bit of time. Yeah, I know. Can't believe how long has actually passed, to be honest. Yeah, sure. I'm probably going to bring it to an end shortly, actually. It'll probably take a second one to do this, just to make sure we do it justice. Sometimes I might forget about things just due to the sheer amount of time there, really. There we go. Yeah, might as well have you refuel while you are out here. A little bit of that unit left. Oh, it's only the bloody searchlight, so who gives a fuck? Good, you're on your way south. So we'll have some engineers established at Tarawa. Excellent. I've got that moving. Those forces moving down there to Rabaul. We'll be landing at BLeAcHACiD Island next turn. Then heading back. These subs are moving there. Subs are moving there. So we do have the ability to cover here with the Dinos or Dinos. I think it's Dinos. Let's forget how you bloody pronounce it. I've got another one that can be shifted over to Jolo, which is worthwhile. There we go. Right, so just wait on advanced supply to move into Sinkwang then. So we'll land at Mersing next time. Next turn, so we'll land overnight. Palembang forces moving south here. So we have 8 heavy cruisers there protecting, and God knows how many heavy destroyers. How many destroyers there? 0 forces over here covering this southern one. 0 forces over here covering the northern one. So we'll be hitting Singapore as well. We're sweeping Singapore as well. Should be good. Unfortunately, shock attack did fail at George. That's a shame. But we did win at Kwantung, which is good. Yeah. How you doing there, Brennan? Good to have you, my friend. Yeah, that secondary row is going to take some time. But it's worthwhile. 2 regiments marching inland towards Temalo is going to be good. But essentially what we're doing here is looking to try and just really lock down Malaya. The division will land here tomorrow. It's jungle, but a division will handle that. I don't know, sometimes it depends. I mean, if Dadman's, like, not busy, he can have it done, like, literally tonight, you know what I mean? He can have it done this morning, well, then tomorrow morning. Though I'm going to have to slow down how many streams we are doing a week, because I need to make sure I'm getting my college work done. And it's shocking in that. It's like I started this at 1 o'clock, and I look now, it's like nearly 4 o'clock. It's like, Jesus. Crackers. But I do like to try and get as much done in a single stream as I can, really. Oh, did he? Oh, that's awesome. I'll probably get that back at some point soon, then. Okay. That's funny. Right. Yeah, we're looking good here. Looking good here. I don't think there's much else that we could do there. I think what I may, in fact, have, let's see. They're moving there. Where is the 15th Naval Guard? 106. Which is heading to Mekasar. Should be able to manage it. I do want an escort with this force, god damn. It is trying to catch up, actually, that's the only thing. Yeah, it's these guys here. Tell you what, have that follow there. Task Force 9. At least that gives me a little bit more to work with there as an escort. Where the hell did the APDs go? So we've got 7,000 odd supply here. I'd like to move that to the front. Or do I? I might move some over here to turn 8. I don't know if I need bother, actually. Right, what do we have over here? What can I do with potentially moving out? Yeah, there's other forces over here that we do need to move out. Holy shit, there's a lot of forces over here. Oh yeah, because I obviously unloaded a lot, didn't I? Doy. Well, we'll have the light cruisers head back then. Yeah, that 800 troop capacity is just fantastic. It's really just awesome to use. There we go. Yeah, I can't think... I mean, it would be nice to have them there, but I do have other stuff, really. We do have the actual transport assets to move it. Oops. Well, truth be told, let's see. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, and it might be that we instead move the Koi unit from Manado to Kandari. Or potentially even further south, because I do need additional aviation units. See, that could be used at Manado. Yeah, okay, you're moving over there to Manado. You're carrying a shitload of supply as well, actually. Okay. Yeah, what I'll do then is I'll shift the Koi from Manado. So then that gives me something to use, because it's like, if we take a look down here, like, true, I'll have the actual headquarters here, but I'll need a Koi for Makasar. I'm going to need the actual brigade, the actual flotilla potentially down here at Kopang, potentially move that headquarters there. Flotilla there at Kopang. We're also going to have to, well, essentially what we need then is we need additional stuff, really. We need stuff constantly flowing into the Dutch East Indies to keep up the actual pressure. But we've got Kandari now, which is obviously great. We'll need to consider, well, we need to continue bombarding Ambon. At least we've actually hit Ambon a few times. So at least he's not as like to keep forces there. But yeah, I want to take Makasar, I'm going to take Kopang, and then I want to take, ideally while these are going on, or ideally by the time we take Makasar, I want to be able to have a force able to head down to Denpasar. Lock that down. But that one's a little bit harder. We have a regiment moving down there. Either way, we are moving in significantly faster here. I'm hoping by the 18th of December we're in a even better position. I mean, I'm going to say, so the 17th of December we'll have the northern area locked down, ideally. It might be truly by the 18th of December that we have the Dutch East Indies locked down. So we'll land here on the 17th. Ideally win the Battle of Mersing on the 18th. Then the 19th they can march. 19th they'll be halfway. 20th they'll be here. 21st, they can begin march, and 22nd, they'll be here if they get to move in movement mode. And... yes. But the question begs, do we potentially have part of the division head north to Malacca to actually open up Malacca? Because it would give us the ability to march north. So he still has a lot of forces over here that are difficult. But then we'll have the forces heading south. So let the forces heading south deal with that. Yeah, and then we'd have a second division. So we'd be looking at maybe 800 to 900 AV that could land at Mersing with the two divisions if we had that. Also, we do have the engineers that we do need to move out to cut up a route to head south to give us that. I think 2 engineers in the regiment might be a sufficient amount, perhaps. There's not many, to be honest. I mean, Palembang's the difficult one due to the swamp, but I mean, if we take a look over Java, I mean, Batavia's urban light, so that's only ×2 terrain, which is like... I mean, that's ×2 terrain. That's ×1 terrain. So essentially, Surabaya and Batavia are just, I don't know, if anything, they're traps. Yeah, that's urban light. I mean, urban heavy is... like, that's urban heavy, so that's ×4 terrain there at Hong Kong and Canton. Yeah, I mean, the invasion of Java... it's one of those of once you actually get the sufficient forces to assemble... It's not so much the taking of Java itself, it's actually just getting the forces assembled to do it. There's plenty of areas that can actually be landed upon. But yeah, I mean, Batavia isn't that difficult to handle. She's only ×2, so it's one of those things of like, yeah, it should be difficult. But you get it like a division or 2 divisions on Java, you will win. I mean, what we'd do as well, we'd look to split the island in half. Yeah, Java's not really much of a problem. There's no places where they can really hold out other than potentially Palembang. And like, Palembang only because it being swamp. Like, swamp's actually shit to work with. There's swamp. Like, swamp's ×3, urban light's ×2. Yeah, well, we'll call it about here, actually. There's more things I want to do, but at least it gives you guys time to go through the turn. It gives other people a chance to take a look at the turn as well, and then we'll make some additional decisions, but we're not far from finishing off, really. Not far. So if you guys have enjoyed this, please do let me know. You can tell me down in the comments. You can like the video, that's much appreciated. Yeah, Train the Swamp, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, liking the video is much appreciated. I will save this, and I will actually read out my list of patrons as well, because it's you guys who really do significantly help me out here. You like it, this is it. It is a long time doing these things, and it's nice to have it be worthwhile. There we go. SunYan's alright, it's about fucking time. I'm going to see how far along my little brothers go with the Counterpoint 9 as well. That 865 is awesome, dude. Thank you so very much for SunYan. Mr. Moneybags. Alright, there we go. Bring that up. Time that in. They've updated Firefox and I kind of like it. I like the new search bar being smaller. It's nice, that. Little things. So here we go. So big thank you to Mr. Baines, BLeAcHACiD, Dingobat4, Eric Wild, Erkkijuusto, thank you very much. George Kilgore, Gregory VanHouten. It reminds me of Van Helsing, to be honest, sometimes. Iceycrome, he's very chromy. I think we should witness him. Thrawn, ever good. Don't see him that often, though. James Lindsay, thank you very much. Lord Luba, Mark Tolson, Paul, thank you all. Raphael, my Bordeaux friend. Rick Chambers, nice. Ricky Blinson, my non-Singaporean friend. I think he's American, bro. I don't know why, I just always assume he's like from Singapore for some reason. Sam, good to have you, my friend. Spatch, and my lovely, lovely SunYan. Thank you so very much, dude. Much appreciated. I love you, baby. Talon1DE, The Forgotten, and Lindholm. Thank you so much for that, guys. So much appreciated. It makes it worthwhile. If you guys do feel I've actually earned your support, you can potentially become a patron. There will be additional rewards available, and I actually come up with them. There we go. Thank you, and have a beautiful day there, ladies and gentlemen. See you all in the future. Goodbye for now.